an unusually hot and muggy sunny day by the fireside. There you go. Basically, what I want to talk about is true grit, Mr. H. Nowadays, everybody's on tablets, antidepressants for this and that. I broke my pencil, I'm onto Telepram. I can't find my favourite red shoes. My doctor's put me onto Telepram.
Yeah.
You know.
My dog's died. Something like that.
The wartime generations and prior to that, you know, the older generations didn't have the luxuries we have. We're getting souped out of our fucking heads and
Just got on with it,
forgetting about people cracked on with things. Keep going with the head down, as they say in Wigan.
Yeah.
You know, but now we have a culture, you know, which started with the lunacy of America, where dogs are on Prozac. You've got 11-year-olds on fucking Prozac, you know what I mean? Because they couldn't get to fucking level 5 in Minecraft. You know what I mean? I just wanted to ask you, what do you think happened to true grit?
I just think we become soft, sir.
You know?
I honestly think, and I'm not saying I want a war and I won't be a warmonger or anything, but once luxury came, it made us soft.
Yeah.
50 years of peace, well, it's not more than 50 years, isn't it, since the end of the Second World War. I know there's been little wars, but major big global turmoil, it's made us soft.
Yeah.
That's where it is. How many do you see now, mothers, where they mollycoddle the kids?
Oh yeah, they've got fucking helmets on and
it's not just that, Jimmy, you know, you do have to, basically, you know, if a kid falls over, by all means, you know, fucking make sure they're alright, but you can't mollycoddle them too much, it just makes them soft.
I remember one time a kid threw a brick on my head. I forget who it was, and I was full of blood, and saw my dad go at club, and I said, "Dad, this kid just thrown a brick on my head," and I'm covered in blood. He just looked at me casually and said, "Go home and tell your mother."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's. I'm not saying I've been brought up hard.
No.
But you know, I just basically feel like we're relying too much on big pharma, and I don't think at all that it's good for you.
Well,
I mean, I go on about this all the time about these antidepressants, the side effects of depression and anxiety. You know,
the very things they're supposed to combat.
You know.
I know when I changed doctors about a year back. I do mention this in one of our other videos, and one of the first things they asked was, "Are you on any medication?" No. And she looked at me with this aghast that, you know, there was something wrong with me. I should be on some kind of medication.
Yeah.
Now, probably a lot of people watching these videos would say we should be on some kind of medication.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, and that's it. It's just easy if it writes a prescription, isn't it?
Well, you know, I pride myself that I inherited a strength from my mother. My mother was racked with ailments, but she never lost her spirit and her humility. Yeah. And she always had a calm word for anybody, no matter how much pain she was in, till the bitter fucking end, basically. And I have inherited that strength from my mother of true grit.
Yeah.
For want of a better expression, you know what I mean? The DNA of a lion. Now, I don't mean as a fighter. I'm not a fighter, but I have a mental strength that I'm blessed with, and I've tried through very low points in my life. I did Prozac for 3 weeks. It made me feel sick. I couldn't eat. I then lost all senses. I couldn't feel anything. At which point, and you go to your doctor and he says, "Well, you have to do 6 weeks of that before you finally." And all it is you're poisoning yourself. And fluoxetine and Prozac is pure fluoride. All you're doing is, all these fucking people are doing is dumbing themselves down. So, oh yeah, my life is shit, but fuck it. I'll sit in this fucking chair in my flat in Scoles, walled up forever, watching fucking Tipping Point and The Chase. This is my life. What you should do, I'm very fucking antidepressants, pardon the pun. You should flush them. The best thing you can do with them is flush them down the fucking toilet. A lot of people in this country, I've said this before and I'll say it again, iodine deficient. One of the side effects of iodine deficiency is depression. Magnesium deficient. Try iodine supplements and try magnesium supplements and see how they change you. I've been on iodine for 2 years, and touch wood, my depression has been manageable to what it used to be, kind of thing. And that's my thoughts on, you know, you don't need, you have a strength built into you that transcends everything, you know what I mean, and you should tap into that instead of just opening the cupboard and just necking shit, basically.
Quite right, mate, quite right. I also found that in olden times, I think women were stronger as well.
Yeah.
They were stronger than men, a lot of women. I don't mean physically, I don't mean that they could you know, like Popeye, but there was, in a strength, when our men was away at war, you know, both world wars, he was keeping home fires burning, he was keeping kids fed and stuff.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a Chinese proverb. It goes, fear knocked at the door, faith opened it, and there was no one there. So if you've got anxiety, she said, what are you fucking scared of? What are you actually scared of? You know, and just if you face I might sound harsh, but I'm just concerned how many people are being poisoned. You see, as for these antidepressants, there is side effects, and you will have other health implications with them. You know, and there's people around me, and I worry about them because I see they're poisoning themselves, and you know they've surrendered to the doctor in his fucking prescription pad, which you should never ever do if you can help it. You know.
It's not just that though; it's never ending, sir.
No.
Taking them pills is never ending until you know you're fucking measured up for a wooden one piece.
Well, it's true, isn't it? It's like doctor, these pills aren't working. Okay, we'll up your dosage. Doctor, since you've upped my dosage, I've started to experience side effects. Don't worry, we'll give you something for them side effects. Doctor, since you're giving them things for side effects, through taking them, I've begun to experience some more side effects. Don't worry, we'll give you something for the side effects, and the beat goes on. And how many times you see people coming out to the fucking doctors with a fucking carrier bag full of fucking shit that they're poisoning you. You're poisoning yourselves.
And you're probably taking years off your life and you don't realise it, because you've got to have some side effect. Because what happens as well with it, the reason you end up having to have your dosage upped, your body starts fighting it and becomes immune to it.
Yeah, and the body fights it because it's a poison. It's a poison. You know, I mean, people need to fucking. I will not use the expression "man up" because I particularly don't like it.
Yeah.
But I think people should start tapping into the true grit inside themselves, you know what I mean? And, you know, just...
I think a lot of it comes from those, there's so much expected of us now.
Yeah.
Not just necessarily from, you know, we've talked about this before, haven't we, in these videos where, you know, you get a job, you get married, you have children. I'm not just talking about that. Those close to us expect a lot from us. We're expected to act a certain way.
Yeah.
So that puts pressure on people.
There is a lot of pressure on us, basically. But you just got... I implore people to come off all that shit, you know, because it is ultimately it will be your undoing, basically. If you're depressed or not depressed, or on antidepressants or not antidepressants, don't forget to subscribe to us. Have you any final thoughts?
Yeah, because if you don't subscribe, then we'll be depressed.
Not really, but
no,
slightly disappointed. Thank you very much. Ta-ra.